As an international student, we all know it's not that easy to strive through the hurdles in Germany. It's not as if Germany is hard, but because of our different background, because of our different culture, and because of our different everything, that is why we think it's hard, but it's not. And today I have brought to you good news, and that is a guide that will help you move smoothly with your journey in Germany as an international student. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Temilola. On this channel, we always speak about how you can find your way down to Germany as an international student or and if that is exactly what you have been looking for, then here is the right channel for you. So continue to hit on the subscription button so that you can get information that suits your needs every time and any day you need it. And if you are returning subscribers, welcome as usual, guys. I love you all. Thank you. Okay, and on today's topic, I'm going to be speaking on chapter 4 and 5, and hopefully maybe chapter 6 of the book series we have started treating for the last 3. I think this should be the 3rd video on this series now. From the first video on chapter 1, on the 2nd video I talked on chapter 2 and 3, and on this 3rd video, which is the one I'm making at the moment, I'm going to be speaking on chapter 4, 5, probably on 6, hopefully, because I do not want to make so much video from this ebook, but then I think it's also worth having enough information disseminated from this book, and to also create more awareness for people to understand that there is a book out there that can save them the hurdles of Germany international students. And the title is Survival Blueprints: How International Students Quickly Build a Stable Life in Germany. I know that sounds great to you guys, right? Seriously speaking, you need to get this book. And how do you get this book? Just click on the description of this channel, then you see a link there which shows the seller account where you can download this book from. So you can just click on the link, or you copy the link into your browser, whichever browser you use, it's okay. Then you get this book there as an ebook PDF, so you can download from them and read up. It doesn't take time to read. It's not a big book, but it's worth all information you can imagine to make life easier for you in Germany without any hurdles. You really, really, really need it, because this is like a life experience for me in Germany. And like I always tell people, I don't want people to fall into the pit I was once, and I don't want people to go through the mistake I made, but rather learn from me, because it's actually not worth it having so much information and I'm hoarding, or I just want to share because I want other people to fall victim. It's not good. That is not my own nature, hence I made this book. Okay, without any further ado, let's just get right into today's topic, which is going to be starting from chapter 4. So please, I would want to say, if you have not seen the chapter 1, 2 and 3, I really advise that you go through that. But then if you don't want, then you can also still go with this chapter 4 that we are starting today. But nevertheless, please get that book. It is very, very essential for you. Like I always tell people, and I remember someone asking me, how possible is it for someone to be great, to find his or her stable life quickly, or to normalize everything in Germany? Is it possible to do that within 5 years? I told the person it is possible to even do it within 2-3 years as a student, even before you finish with your academics, if only you understand this survival blueprint, this survival guide, because this is my own life experience. And I realized if only I knew 1/10 of this information. But nevertheless, all thanks to God for everything, for how far He has brought us. Okay, so moving with chapter 4, I have in them how to get a job within 2 to 4 weeks in Germany. So I gave every practical information in there. You know, when you come to Germany as a new student, I am so sure even till now, up till date, students will always say, oh, it's hard to get job, I'm not getting the job that I want. It's because you did not work with the rightful information you need. That rightful information needed by you was not given to you, hence it will always be hard. But in there, I have given you every information you needed to make things smooth for you. And I want to also use this opportunity to say something. Do not allow anyone to tell you that the only job you can come to do as a student in Germany is Amazon job, or DHL job, or GLS job. All these jobs I am mentioning, I know people that knows about it, and those that doesn't know, they don't know. So do not allow anyone to tell you that those are the jobs you can do. Those are the jobs that students can do. No. In this book, you will see all those jobs that you have to do, because these are the jobs that will even build your portfolio quickly in Germany, that will give you the rest and the peace of mind that you need as a student. Because even as a student, you're not supposed to be stressing yourself. Even though you want to make money, you're supposed to make that money in a modern way, in a better way, in a way that will suit your health, your academics, your mental health, your reasoning faculty, your everything. That is the type of job that you are supposed to do as an international student. So go for this book and be able to get all those information without any stress. Go for this book and read those information in there. And those jobs will even build your portfolio, as I said earlier. It will build up your CV. It will build up your Lebenslauf. That is what you need. You need something that, because in Germany, they want to see your CV and see the skills you have, the potentials in you. Your CV will tell them that. Are you going to write there that you are sorting packets in Amazon? You will not want to do that. So read that. Okay, then the next thing on this chapter 4 is legal work regulations for international students. You have to understand everything legal things in Germany. You have to understand it. You might not understand the one in your home country. That is your home country. But here in Germany, here is called Deutschland. You have to understand how everything works, so that it gives you this leverage of opportunities and stress-free life. Okay, then the third thing is the 3 most common student jobs. The 3 most common student jobs. You need to understand these 3 most common student jobs. So go there, pick on them. Once you know these jobs, then you will know how to search for them. Everything in this book. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you cannot do more than this. You can do more than so many. Okay, then the next thing is preparing a German style CV. The curriculum vitae, the resume, the Lebenslauf. Yeah, it's same thing, just one different words but the same meaning. You have to understand how to construct and how to write German CV. Okay, so this also information has been given on this. You don't need to stress yourself. Don't give your CV to people to write for you. Write your CV by yourself. And this CV you can always tailor, you can always change, you can always modify to every different descriptions of jobs. Because if you are looking for a job, let's say okay, at the end of your studentship, you're looking for a job, or maybe just almost at the end. Now I mean the job like a full-time job, because when you're a student you can't do a full-time job. So let's say, assuming you're almost done, then now you're looking for a full-time job, there's a way you should construct your CV. Even though for this job as a student, like I told you, you have to also construct your CV like this. But then maybe subsequent time you need to change job descriptions because you're looking for so many opportunities just to get this full-time job. Then you have to change your CV accordingly, according to your potentials and according to what you have studied and what you think you can do, because you're going to be interviewed and you don't want to flop up. Okay, so that is that. Then how many job applications should you send? I actually put this in this book because someone asked me and I was like, how many? The question sounds somehow to me. I was like, how many? Do you think if you send one it's okay, or you think if you send 100 it is too much, or you send 500 it is too much? Send as much as you can, as far as those job descriptions you're okay with them, you like them, you can work in that area. For instance, for me, I do not really like working in all this maybe meat industry, sausage industry. I do not really like, because everything about me is about food production, food quality, food marketing, food business, food policy, food law, food production, manufacturing, labeling, anything about food processing, food, importation, exportation of food. But nevertheless, I do not really like working in meat area, poultry area. I'm not a vegetarian. I take meat, I take poultry, but I just don't want to work in that area. So whenever I'm looking for a job, I just don't even go to that side. So whenever I even see any job that is saying this, I don't want to go there. And also milk, I don't want to. I think I can still manage milk, but seriously speaking, it just depends on what you want. I'm only using myself as an example right now. But when you talk about dried products, when you talk about quality handling of dry products, processing of dry products, or fruits and vegetables, yes, I want all that. But when it comes to all these fresh foods, frozen food, I don't. So with this, you know that, okay, even if you want to put in for as much as possible jobs you want to put in for, you should know what you want. There's no amount of CV I'm going to be sending out that will contain me saying, okay, I want to work in these areas I'd already mentioned that I do not really like working in. Okay, so that is that. So how many job should you look for? How many job applications should you send? It depends. If you're on the lucky side and you send like 2 and you get a job, fine. And if you are on the other lucky side that you have to send up to 10, then good. And if you're on the other lucky side that you have to send up to 100 and nobody is even calling you for an interview, you continue sending, right? So it doesn't have a number. To just cut the long story short, it doesn't have a number. It depends on how or when you got a job already. Okay, but the only thing is that do not send the same CV for every position, because every position can never be the same. I know there are some positions that can be the same. Maybe you can send the CV, different companies, but you can see for yourself already that they have the same job description and this is what you would like to do. Then you can use the same CV, but then write different cover letter, because obviously the address, the person you are directing the letter to would also be different. Okay, so moving on from that, then we have the next thing as jobs that do not require German language. There are a lot of jobs that do not require German language, even though it is very good to understand German. Like I always advocate for that lately. I've always been advocating for you to understand German, but I always tell you that if you want to come to Germany as a new student, that's not a requirement. So that should not be a barrier for you to say, okay, you don't want to come to Germany to study because Germany speaks German language or Dutch language. So that is not a criteria for your application if you're coming to study in English. But then if you have the opportunity to learn this language, please do, because this language can even fetch you money, because you can teach people on TikTok like people does these days. You can teach people on TikTok, you can teach people in your circle, you can teach your friends, and you earn from it. Even as a student, it's also a side job for you, right? You can do it as your mini job. So that is that. Okay, then moving from that to then, okay, let me just talk on that more to an extent. So in this book, I already put in some jobs that do not require German language. So if you need this part to just go to the chapter 4, then you get it there. Then the interview process, how interview process could look like, could feel. So like practical information is also given in this chapter 4. Then the practical strategy for getting a job quickly, because there's one thing for you to send out your CV, there's one thing for you to be called for interview, there's another thing for you not to even be called for interview, there's another thing for you to say LiDAR niched instantly, or there's even another thing for you for your application not to even be reckoned with. So those are that you also have to read from that chapter 4. So moving to chapter 5, this video is already getting longer than I expected. So I think on this note, I might not, okay, so I think this video is getting longer than I expected, so I won't want to talk about chapter 5 today. So maybe in the next video I will try to speak quickly on chapter 5 and 6, hopefully, because I just feel like, guys, you need this book and I don't want to rush things. The book is already out there on my seller account. Just click on the link in this description box of this video, or the entire YouTube channel description. The seller account link is there. Just click on it, or you copy it and put in your browser, then it will take you to the seller account website where you can download this book. The title is Survival Blueprint. Okay, necessary for every international student to have, right? Okay guys, so if you find this video useful, don't forget to share, to comment, to like, and to subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. I know at this point you can't wait to hit the subscription button, and also to click on the notification bell, so that as soon as I drop a new video, then you get the notification quickly. All right guys, so see you in my next video, and bye bye.